Cocina is a non-profit kitchen incubator, and we work with low-income immigrant women to start their food businesses. In 2005, a very generous donation of this entire space, the kitchen and everything, and it's since undergone renovations, but it mostly started with individual donors. The first thing they get is the affordable kitchen space. It's so expensive to use a commercial kitchen here in San Francisco. So that's the first thing, is making sure it's something that they can actually pay for to start their food business, so they can put the rest of their capital towards their marketing and developing their brand. So, which we also help them with that. So for example, they come here and usually they just have these like makeshift signs or something. So we just help them make it a little more professional, help develop their website as well so people can find them. And then also their business plan, so making sure it's sustainable and profitable.
Because I'm coming from not the food industry, they've been fantastic in terms of training me on how to work in a commercial kitchen. I've been a home baker for years, so what that means to scale up my recipes and those sorts of things. So technically it's been fantastic. But I think the biggest help is having a sense of community support. So both having other peer mentors, graduate Claire Squares have been a great mentor for me in terms of like, I came into the kitchen and I learned from her, and she helps me out with troubleshooting for a lot of things, and it's great to have somebody who's been through that process already, and then at the same time having the technical support, just like I'm not great with the financial side of the business, and so having trainings in QuickBooks and things like that. So yeah, both the sense of the community and the technical support has made all the difference, I think, with my business.
So we have 15 graduates, and they range in everything from catering companies to packaged goods who sell in Whole Foods Market to their own restaurants. So I think it can easily be replicated. Yeah. Currently, there are a few other kitchen incubators in the area. There's actually one in Oakland, just across the bay. There's one in London that I mentioned, the Kitchenette. So there's none that's quite like La Cocina, where it's a non-profit. Most of those are for-profit, but we think and we hope to actually expand and make a model that anyone can replicate anywhere, starting in New York in the coming years. Malaysian right here, this is the tamales, we have Scotty back there, Nepalese, and everyone's divided into shells, and for the most part it works. Occasionally we hear about a missing bag of ice, but that's usually the worst of it. Yeah, so we get a lot of applicants every year, but the thing that we focus on the most are people who really need the program. And so usually they're people who sell on the street or sell from their homes and they're living off of income patching. And so these are women who we want to support and help them get to asset generation. So they have to show that they're low income. They also have to show viability of the product. So we have to make sure that it's something that we can expand upon and will eventually become a sustainable business and entrepreneurial spirit. And so showing that they really understand that a food business is a really difficult task and that they're up for the challenge. We have a pretty amazing network of producers and stores and people in the food industry that we're connected to. So one thing we like to do is kind of recommend producers where our businesses can purchase from. So for example, a lot of people purchase from Prather Ranch, which is like organic meats, and it's all local. So that's something that we really try to encourage. We're investing in them as local businesses, and we hope they'll invest in the local producer economy as well, just to make it, full circle.